Hello, everyone. Welcome to our comprehensive model series. This is Module 7 Improvement, Part 7 of 8 Module Comprehensive Implementation of ISO 9001. And we hope you have enjoyed the previous modules. Each module is built on the previous ones, so it's better to start with previous modules than progress toward this module. With that being said, let's begin. I am Walball, your host. Building on the performance evaluation system from Module 6, this module is where you learn to turn problems into system strengths. Also, you will learn to identify nonconformities from all sources. You will learn to take actions, immediate actions for containment, and also you will learn to perform real root cause analysis from real world examples because we are not only going to explain clauses, but we will demonstrate the implementation through a real world example, and I will give you an overview for our company case study. What we do with our training model here, we dissect a real world example company and walk you through it for you to be able to see vivid pictures and see examples and see the applications in real life. So we are not only going to explain clauses, but walk you through a case study. You will be able to design corrective actions that change systems with Module 7, and also you will be able to verify effectiveness of those actions and drive continuous improvement. This is where you transform measurements from the previous data, from the previous model, to data and into lasting system improvement. This Module 7 series of an 8 module journey from zero to certification of ISO 9001 quality management system and beyond. Beyond means we are going to implement other frameworks such as ISO 22000 and ISO 45000 and ISO 14001. And we are establishing ISO 9001 as the foundation for implementation. Module 7 here of ISO 9001 focuses on improvement by turning problems into system strengths through systematic corrective actions and continual improvement. ISO 9001 Quality Management System, Clause 10, Improvement, ensures organizations learn systematically from problems and continually strengthen their quality management system. So this module provides practical implementation that ensures the quality management system gets stronger over time. Our case study organization is called Global Meat House Organizations, and it's type of organizations that specialize in meat slaughtering processing, secondary operational processes, packaging, and export type of organizations. The scale of our case study organization, it consists around 200 to 500 employees across 2 operational sites. In those 2 operational sites include Site A, where livestock reception is handled, and also slaughtering operation, and primary carcass handling, and initial chilling. Then in Site B, which is 15 kilometers away from Site A, and we will demonstrate how to control this distance. In the secondary, in Site B, secondary processing are handled there, including cutting, deboning, portioning, packing, labeling, cold storage, and distribution. The market reach for our case study company includes local retailers and wholesalers, and also food services, including restaurants, hotels, and butchers. And then also it includes international export customers, including EU, Middle East, Asia, and US markets. The key improvement challenge from Module 6 measurements data includes recurring nonconformities, are used as system learning, and the issues here include same problems appearing repeatedly across shifts and sites. And what we need to solve this problem is root cause analysis and corrective actions that prevent recurrence. And we are going to implement that in Module 7 here. The second challenge is customer complaints, which should be used as market signals. Our current status of our case study company is that performance measurement shows complaints patterns requiring systematic corrective actions to achieve target reduction, and we will implement that. The third challenge is process variation, which means there is a capability gaps, and what we need here to close that gap is a systematic improvement to eliminate variation sources and achieve its specifications conformance targets. The fourth challenge, we do have audit findings, which we should be using as learning opportunities. And what we need in order to do that are effective follow-up that transforms finding into system improvement rather than just corrections. The fifth challenge we have is management decisions, which we should be using for resources allocations. And what we need to facilitate that includes management prioritization and resources allocation based on data from Module 6 measurement system. Finally, the challenge we have is continual improvement, which we should be using for culture building. And what we need in order to do that is a systematic improvement culture where problems become learning opportunities and systematic or system strengthening. And we will show how to design that in Module 7 here. Our goals with Module 7 is to transform the performance data from Module 6 into systematic improvement actions that achieve the 6 quality objectives, including our quality objectives that we have identified through previous modules, include reducing customers' complaints from 2.3% to less than 1.5% of shipments. The second objective is improving specifications conformance from 94% to 98% accuracy. The third objective is eliminating temperature excursion. Fourth objective is achieving 100% traceability performance. The fifth objective we have is improving export documentation accuracy from 93% to 99%. And the sixth objective is reducing cost of poor quality by 30 to 50%. So this module provides the improvement system that turns measurement into learning, corrective actions, and continual improvement that makes the quality management system stronger over time. Just give me a second. Let me see if I can uh, reduce that so that you can see. We do it here 90%. Yep. Let's recap what we have learned so far from previous modules. Module 1, understanding the organizations we have covered. We have analyzed organization contexts, including internal and external issues. In Module 6, in Module 2, we have also covered interested parties, and we have identified uh, them, including customers, regulators, suppliers, and employees. And also, we have mapped our process approach from livestock reception to slaughtering operation, processing, and to distribution. Then in Module 1, also we have defined our scope, and we have covered two sites operations, site A and site B, including our 200 to 500 employees. Finally, in Module 1, we have covered the current performance baseline, which we have identified as 384,000 USD as cause of poor quality. Then in module 2, which is leadership and quality culture, we have covered the following. We have created leadership accountability metrics. We have established quality policy that covering animal welfare, cold chain, traceability, and export compliance. And also we had set our objectives, our quality objectives, with 6 key metrics targeting real performance gap. And also we have covered in module 2 interface control procedures. Remember the 15 kilometers transport between two sites? And also in module 2, we have established leadership routine, including daily routine, weekly routine, monthly routine, and quarterly routine. Then in module 3, which is planning the quality management system, we have covered the following. We have established risk-based thinking framework. We have created a risk register for all critical interfaces. And we have set quality objectives linked to identified risks. And also we have defined change management procedure. And finally, in module 3, we have designed risk control for prevention. Then in module 4, support processes, we have covered the following. Resources and infrastructure management system, competence framework and training program, communication system connecting sites, document control system, operational, calibration and maintenance program. Then we move to module 6, module 5, and we have covered, which is operational control, and we have covered the following. We have implemented process mapping and control systems. Supplier management program have been operationalized, and also product identification and traceability system. And finally, in module 5, we have covered non-conforming product controls. Then in module 6, performance evaluation, we have covered the following. KPI dashboard and monitoring system operational, customer satisfaction measurement and complaints handling, learning focus, internal audits, and decision-driven management review. Today in our improvement module, now we use performance data to drive systematic improvement and corrective actions. This performance is measured and now we improve it systematically. Let's see how each module supports the 6 quality objectives that we have with our case study. The first objective, which is customer complaints reduction from 2.3 to under 1.5% of shipments. From module 5 operations, we have process control, non-conformity management. And from module 6 performance, we have complaints tracking, trend analysis, and monthly reviews. Then today, in module 7 improvement, we will have root cause analysis, corrective actions, and complaints prevention system. The second objective is the specification conformance. We will improve from 94% to 98% accuracy. From module 5 operations, we have process mapping and supplier control. Then from module 6 performance, we have conformance monitoring, yield analysis, and rework trending. And today, from module 7 improvement, we'll have process improvement, variation reduction, and capability enhancement. The third objective is cause of poor quality, which is sitting at 384,000 USD, and we want to reduce it by 30 to 50%. From module 5, we have non-conformity controls and yield optimization. Then from module 6 performance, we have cost tracking, waste analysis, and management review focus. Then from Module 7, improvement, we will have waste elimination, process optimization, and cost reduction projects. Our fourth objective, which is temperature excursion elimination. From 12 incidents we have from last year, our target is to eliminate it to zero. From Module 5, operations, we have temperature controls and transport monitoring. Then from Module 6, which is evaluation or uh, performance evaluation, we do have continuous monitoring, trend analysis, and excursion investigation. And today, in Module 7, improvement, we will have system improvement, equipment upgrade, and excursion elimination. Our fifth objective is traceability performance, and we want to eliminate 8 gaps of traceability and ensure 100% success. From Module 5, operations, we have end-to-end identification and monthly drills. And then from Module 6, which is performance, we do have monthly traceability tests, gap analysis, and performance measurement. Today, in Module 7, improvement, we will have gap elimination, system enhancement, and 100% success achievement of traceability. Finally, our sixth objective, which is export documentation, where we want to improve accuracy from 93% to 99%. From Module 5 operations, we have labeling control and verification procedures. From Module 5, from Module 6, which is performance, we have accuracy monitoring, error analysis, and customer feedback. Then today, improvement, we will have error elimination, process improvement, and accuracy enhancement. Module 7, improvement, represents the systematic improvement of everything measured in Module 6. The 6 quality objectives are now being achieved through corrective actions and continual improvement in Module 7. Problems are not failure. Repeating problems is the failure. Module 7 is where your quality management system transitions from measurement to improvement. Here in Module 7, we transform performance data into systematic corrective actions that achieve the 6 quality objectives we have set. This is where you will discover how to turn every problem into an opportunity to strengthen the system permanently. First, we will cover how to fix the problems permanently, and that will include root cause analysis and corrective actions that prevent recurrence. Secondly, we will cover building learning culture, how to build the learning culture, and that will include transforming problems into learning opportunities and system strengths. Thirdly, with our improvement, we must cover driving continual improvement, and that means using data and insights to accelerate progress toward objectives. Module progression. Let's look at from performance evaluation to improvement, how did we progress? From Module 6, performance, we have covered monitoring and measurement, customer satisfaction, internal audit, and management reviews. Then today in Module 7, we will cover nonconformity and corrective actions, root cause analysis, continual improvement, and learning culture building. Then in Module 8, the final module, which is certification, we will cover gap assessment, audit preparation, certification readiness, and system integration. Module 6 provided the measurement, visibility into system performance, and Module 7 provides the improvement, the corrective actions and continual improvement that achieve objectives. What this module covers, this module 7 implements ISO 9001 Clause 10, which is improvement, through 4 key improvement areas. Each area will address a specific subclass of the standards. Now, the core improvement activities that we'll cover today will include nonconformity identifications and management from all sources, root cause analysis and corrective actions implementation, effectiveness verification and system strengthening, continual improvement opportunities identifications and execution, change management from improvement initiatives, learning culture development in problem ownership, management review, integration from improvement prioritization. Then in real-world implementation of our case study, this module addresses actual improvement challenge from two sides meet operations, including eliminating recurring nonconformities, conducting effective root cause analysis, implementing corrective actions that change systems, and building a culture where problems become learning opportunity, not a blame. Today, we will build practical improvement system that achieve the 6 quality objectives through systematic corrective actions and continual improvement. Completing this module 7, once you complete it, you will have implemented the improvement requirements of clause 10 and you can replicate that into your own organization, ensuring your system learning from problems and gets stronger over time. If you see the same issue twice, the system failed, not the person. We must keep this mantra in our mind all the time. ISO 9001 Clause 10 improvement encompasses all nonconformities, corrective actions, and continual improvement requirements. This module 7 addresses clause 10.1, which is general, and also we will address clause 10.2, which is nonconformity and corrective actions, and we will include in clause 10.2, we will include clause 10.2.1, which is nonconformity responses, and we will also cover clause 10.2.2, which is corrective actions. And then we will also cover clause 10.3, which is continual improvement. Organizations must react to nonconformities, evaluate the needs for corrective actions, implement any action needed, review effectiveness of corrective actions, and continual improvement the suitability, adequacy, and effectiveness of the quality management system. For our case example, Global Meat House, this means transforming every problem into system learning and strengths. ISO 9001 is not about avoiding mistakes. It is about becoming smarter every time one mistake happens. This is how you meet the comprehensive requirements of Clause 10 by implementing all above named subclauses, by creating systems that learning from the problems, by creating systems that learn from the problems and prevent their recurrence through systematic improvement, and we will demonstrate it shortly. What improvement is and what improvement is not. Let's clarify this before we proceed to avoid any pitfalls. ISO 9001, Clause 10, improvement requires improvement through learning, not just fixing. Understanding what improvement truly means prevents common implementation mistakes. Now, according to ISO 9001, Clause 10, improvement is a systematic causes versus human blames, Improvement is a prevention through design change. Improvement is evidence-based corrective actions. And improvement is learning-focused culture. Improvement is not the following. Improvement is not blame and punishment. Improvement is not quick fix and shortcuts. Improvement is not opinion-based solutions. And improvement is not problem avoidance. By focusing on system causes, preventions, evidence-based actions, and learning culture, rather than blame, rather than quick fix, and rather than avoidance, you implement Clause 10 in a way that makes the quality management system stronger over time. The four pillars of ISO 9001 improvement. The first pillar is nonconformity management, and that's Clause 10.2, which include identification, containment, and management of all requirement failures. The second pillar is root cause analysis, which is clause 10.2, and it covers evidence-based investigation that identifies system causes, not blames. Then also the third pillar is corrective actions, which is clause 10.2, and that covers system change that prevent recurrence through process improvement. And then the fourth pillar, we have continual improvement, which is clause 10.3, which covers ongoing enhancement of quality management system effectiveness and performance. These four pillars collectively address the core requirement of ISO 9001 Clause 10 improvement by ensuring your system learns from problems and continuously strengthens over time. Our first topic in our Module 7 is nonconformity. What it means by nonconformity? A nonconformity is any failure to meet a requirement. Nonconformity is not just audit finding. ISO 9001 Clause 10.2, which is nonconformity and corrective action, requires organizations to react to nonconformity by taking actions to control and correct it and deal with the consequences. When nonconformity occurs, the organizations must take actions to control and correct it, deal with the consequences, and evaluate the need for actions to eliminate the causes. For our case study, Global Meat House, this includes all failures to meet requirements from operations to customer complaints to audit findings and to regulatory issues. By establishing comprehensive nonconformity identification system that captures issues from all sources, we meet the requirement of clause 10.2 for effective nonconformity management. The teaching line for our nonconformity: waiting for audits to identify nonconformities means we are learning too late. The type of nonconformities, and let's demonstrate through a real-life example. And that will be according to ISO 9001, clause 10.2 nonconformity and corrective actions, which applies to all failures to meet requirements. This table we are showing you contains key sources and their importance for our case study, Global Meat House Operations. The first source of our nonconformity, for example, is operations. Example of operations nonconformity include incorrect labeling, wrong packing weights. Why it counts as a nonconformity? Because it's a customer requirement failure. The objectives that it will impact include export documentation accuracy, and customer complaints reduction. The second source of nonconformity is transport. Example, temperature deviation during 15 kilometers transportation is a nonconformity. Why it counts as a nonconformity is because product integrity requirements have been breached. Objective impacted with this nonconformity of temperature deviation include our objective of temperature excursion elimination of 12 incidents from last year. The third type of the nonconformity source is audit. Example of audit nonconformity include missing records and control gaps. It counts as a nonconformity because system requirement has been failed and our objectives that will be affected with this nonconformity is traceability performance, which currently have 8 gaps, and we want to eliminate and ensure 100% success throughout the year. The fourth source of nonconformity is customer complaints. And customer complaints example of nonconformity including product quality issues in specifications deviations. It counts as a nonconformity because market expectations has been failed and the objectives that have been will be affected with this nonconformity include customer complaints reduction and specifications conformance enhancement. The last source of nonconformity is regulatory inspection. Example of such nonconformity include food safety gaps and documentation issues. It counts as a nonconformity because it's a legal requirement failure, and the objectives that will be impacted with such nonconformity include export documentation, which we want to improve accuracy to 99%, and cost of poor quality reduction. This comprehensive approach to nonconformity identification ensures all requirements failures are captured and addressed. So if you design such approach, it will give you a comprehensive outlook and also it will support the achievement of all of your quality objectives through systematic improvement. The second topic today we do have is immediate actions. Immediate action means first priority to protect the customer. And the approach for immediate action, we must contain first, then analyze later. According to ISO 9001, Clause 10.2.1 Nonconformity Response, it requires organizations to take actions to control and correct nonconformity and deal with the consequences. When nonconformity occurs, organizations must take actions to control and correct it and deal with the consequences. For our case study of Global Meat House, this means immediate actions that protect customers and prevent problems from spreading while investigation is ongoing. By eliminating systematic containment procedures that prioritize customer protection, we meet the requirements of Clause 10.2.1 for immediate nonconformities. Now let's take a look of how to implement. Situation. Example, non-conforming carcass. With no conforming carcass, the immediate action required is isolation and assessment of extension, and the purpose of doing so is to prevent contamination from spreading. The objectives we are targeting include specification conformance accuracy, which we want to raise to 98%. Second, nonconformity will be label error. Immediate action required from label error include stopping the shipment and checking the batch. The purpose of doing so is for protection of customer trust. Objective support with our actions include export documentation's accuracy and customer complaints reduction. Then also we do have temperature excursion as nonconformity. The immediate action required here, including holding the product and assessing the impact. The reason of doing so is to ensure food safety, always and first. And the objective we are supporting with such action, including temperature excursion elimination. Finally, missing record as a nonconformity, the immediate the immediate action required here is to verify compliance and also to reconstruct if possible. The justification for such immediate action is to ensure traceability intactness, and the objective we are supporting with such action is traceability performance enhancement to eliminate 8 gaps we have from our gap analysis and ensure 100% traceability success. The third topic of today is root cause analysis. Why root cause analysis often fail. Root cause analysis always fail or often fails when it blames people, when it is stopped at the first answer, or when it ignores the system design. ISO 9001 Clause 10.2.2 Corrective Actions requires organizations to evaluate the need for actions to eliminate causes of nonconformity in order that it does not recur or occurs elsewhere. Organizations must evaluate the needs for actions to eliminate causes of nonconformities to prevent recurrence or occurrence elsewhere. Root causes analysis must identify system causes, not blame individuals, and dig deep enough to find controllable causes. We will just demonstrate shortly. So by implementing systematic root cause analysis focused on system design rather than human error, we meet the requirement of clause 10.2.2 for effectiveness of corrective actions. Now let's take a look at poor practice and good practice and the objective impact from our root cause analysis. So the poor practice is to give a reason of root cause analysis, the root cause for nonconformity as an operator's error, but the good practice would ask why was error possible? That's how you conduct the effective root cause analysis. The objective impact here is identification system improvement for specifications conformance. Second poor practice is the lack of attention to be labeled as the root cause for nonconformity. The good practice is to start asking questions such as why was control weak? And the objective impact here is to strengthen control for temperature excursion elimination. The third poor practice for root cause analysis is training issues by blaming people that they are not well trained. Proper good and good practice for root cause analysis is to start with the questions such as why was training ineffective? The objective impact is to improve competence system affecting all objectives. So when you ask questions, you dig deep, you find the real root cause, and you prevent the recurrence from happening and also the occurrence elsewhere. The teaching line here, if the same person would repeat the same mistake tomorrow, the root cause is not fixed. Practical root cause questions, which are the which are ready uh, for ISO certification. We have implemented this with our real world example, and you can replicate to your own organization. And this would confirm the requirement of ISO 9001 clause 10.2.2, corrective actions, which require systematic investigation of nonconformity causes. In the table we are showing you will demonstrate effective questioning approaches for our case study, global meat house operations. The first question, which asks, why did this happen? What we are looking for with such question when we are conducting root cause analysis is immediate cause. The objective support here is direct factors affecting customer complaints reduction, and we are aiming for reduction. Second question, why was it allowed? What we are looking for here is to control the weakness, and objective support with such investigation include control gaps affecting its specifications conformance, which we want to enhance with our objectives. Third type of question, why wasn't it detected earlier? What we are looking for such question for investigation is to detect the monitoring gaps. An objective we need to align with here is detection improvement for temperature excursion elimination. The fourth type of question, why does the system allow this to happen? What we are looking for is design flow and to close the loop, and it will support the objective of system redesign for traceability performance to eliminate the 8 gaps. This systematic questioning approach identifies controllable root causes that enable effective corrective actions supporting achievement of all quality objectives. Our fourth topic today is corrective actions, and corrective actions can change the system. Corrective actions must prevent recurrence, and corrective actions must not only explain the failure. According to ISO 9001 Clause 2.2, corrective actions, it requires corrective actions appropriate to the effective of the nonconformities encountered. Organizations must implement corrective actions appropriate to the effects of nonconformities encountered. Corrective actions must change the system to prevent recurrence and not just address the immediate problems or retrain people. By implementing corrective actions that modify processes, controls, and system rather than relying on people-based solutions, we meet the requirement of clause 10.2.2 for effective corrective actions. Let's demonstrate. The weak action example is to retrain staff, but the strong action is to change the process design. The objective impact with such action includes systematic improvement for its specifications conformance. Another weak action is to remain people. A strong action is to add control points, and the objective impact with such actions is to add built-in controls for temperature excursion. We will demonstrate shortly. The third weak action is to update documents, but the strong action is to simplify workflow. The objective to impact with such action is error proofing for export documentations, which we want to raise to 99%. Fourthly, weak action is to one employee to give them warning, but the strong action is to remove the ambiguity. And the objective impacted with such action is clear processes for traceability performance, which we are aiming for 100% success. The key principle for such actions is strong corrective actions change processes, not people. They prevent recurrence through system design. Corrective actions planning model. We will demonstrate and you can replicate in your own organization. ISO 9001 Clause 10.2.2 corrective actions requires appropriate corrective actions implementation. This table shows planning elements for effective corrective actions. First element, what to change? The ideal answer for such, we must change process, not person. In our global meat house example, we will implement automated temperature monitoring system to eliminate human error in temperature logging. Second element, who owns it? Ideal answer, the process owner must own this corrective action. In our example, Global Meat House, cold chain manager owns implementation across both sites, and the cold chain manager is responsible for such corrective action. Third element, when should corrective action occur? The ideal answer must be realistic deadline. And in our example, side A will set the deadline for 30 days, side B to set the deadline for 45 days, and the interface to set the deadline for 60 days. Fourth element, how verified is the corrective actions? Ideal answer must be evidence-based verification. And in our global meat house, this means monthly temperature excursion data showing zero excursion for 3 consecutive months. The fifth element is to ensure effectiveness. The ideal answer for effectiveness is to show trend improvement. In our example, temperature excursion objectives of eliminating 12 excursions per year must be achieved and maintained. This corrective action planning approach ensures systematic improvement that achieves the 6 quality objectives that we have set through process change rather than people dependent solutions. The fifth topic today is two sides root cause reality. When problem cross sides, causes are shared. Blame divides the sites and divides the facilities, but root cause connect them. ISO 9001 Clause 10.2 nonconformity and corrective actions must address the entire quality management system scope. And for our two sites operations, this means integrated root cause analysis that correct rather than divide sites. For Global Meat House, two sites operations, many nonconformities have contributing causes at both sites. Effective root cause analysis identifies shared system weaknesses rather than assigning blame to individual sites. By analyzing cross-site nonconformities as integrated system issues, we meet Clause 10.2 requirement while strengthening inter-site cooperation and shared accountability. First observation, high rework rates, Site A contribution is to conduct carcass quality variability is to address the carcass quality variability, and side B contribution is to address weak acceptance criteria at the reception. Objective impact is the specification conformance. Third, second observation is label error. Side A contribution to label error include incomplete information handover. Side B contribution to label error include verification gaps in labeling processes. The objective impact with label error nonconformance is export documentation error. Observation 3. Cold chain failure. Side 2 contribution include dispatch temperature delays, and side B contribution include of receipt of monitoring gaps, receipt monitoring gaps that need to be improved. Objective impacts include temperature excursion, which we want to eliminate to zero. This integrated approach to do sites root cause analysis ensures corrective actions is strengthen the entire system rather than creating site versus site blame dynamics. Our sixth topic today is verifying effectiveness. Fixing is not enough. We must check. If you don't verify effectiveness, the action does not exist. ISO 9001, Clause 10.2.2 Corrective Actions requires organizations to review the effectiveness of any corrective actions taken. Organizations must review the effectiveness of any corrective action taken. Implementation without verifications means the corrective actions is incomplete. Effectiveness verification confirms that corrective actions actually prevent recurrence and achieve intended objectives. By establishing systematic effectiveness verification methods that confirm corrective action success, we meet the requirement of Clause 10.2.2 for complete corrective action cycle. Now let's see. The first method is trend analysis. What does trend analysis show? It shows recurrence stoppage. In our global meat house, this means customer complaints trending from 2.3% toward under 1.5% target after corrective actions. The second method to measure the corrective actions is a follow-up audit. What it shows that the controls are working. In our global meat house application, this means internal audit confirms new traceability controls achieve a 100% success rate. The third method to verify the corrective actions is KPI review. KPI review shows performance has improved. In our global wheat house application, this means specification conformance data shows sustains improvement from 94% to 98%. The third method to improve your corrective action, to verify your corrective actions, is through observation. What it must show here, observation shows that the behavior has changed. In our global meat house application, this means temperature monitoring now is automated, eliminating human error dependency processes. This effectiveness verification framework will ensure corrective actions actually drive the intended improvement toward quality objectives. Our seventh topic today is continual improvement. An improvement is a habit, it's not project that is done one time. ISO does not expect perfection, it expects movement in the right direction. ISO 9001, Clause 10.3, continual improvement, requires organizations to continually improve the suitability, adequacy, and effectiveness of quality management systems. Organizations must continually improve the quality management system through use of quality policy, objectives, audit results, analysis of data, corrective actions, and management review. Continual improvement is not about perfection. It is about consistent progress in the right direction. By establishing systematic improvement cycle that use all available inputs for ongoing enhancement, we meet the requirements of Clause 10.3 for continual improvement. Let's look at the source. Employee suggestions, the example, simplified label processing to reduce error. Objective opportunity here is export documentation error, which we are targeting to improve the accuracy to 99%, and also customer complaints reduction from 2.3 to under 1.5%. Second source of improvement is data trends. Example include yield patterns showing optimization potential. Objective opportunities here include specifications conformance and cost of poor quality reduction. The third source for improvement includes audit insights. Example for audit insights include best practices from site A applicable to site B. Objective opportunities here include temperature excursion elimination through knowledge sharing. The other source of improvement include customer feedback. Example of such improvement is packing improvements requested by export customer. Opportunity for our objectives here include export document accuracy improvement and customer satisfaction improvement. Lastly, source for improvement include management review. Example, the strategic priorities for the next quarter. Objective opportunities here include resources allocation to accelerate progress toward all six objectives. Simple continual improvement cycle. ISO 9001, Clause 3, continual improvement, requires systematic improvement of quality management system effectiveness. This cycle provides a practical framework for ongoing enhancement. Step. First, identify the opportunity. The purpose of this step is to focus on improvement efforts. In our global meat house, that means data analysis reveals traceability gaps concentrate in handover between sites. Second step, analyze understanding. The purpose of analysis is to understand the current state. In our example, map current handover process to identify specific information transfer gaps. Third step is to improve change. Purpose is to implement enhancement. In our example, implement digital handover system with mandatory field and verifications. The other step is measure verification, and the purpose of such is to confirm effectiveness of the implementation. In our example, through monthly traceability tests showing improvement from 8 gaps to 100% success. The final step is to standardize and sustain the action. And the reason for that is to lock in the gains. In our example, to update procedures, train staff, and integrate it into routine operation. This continual improvement cycle ensures systematic progress toward all quality objectives through focus, measured, and sustained improvement. Our eighth topic is culture of improvement. People improve what they are allowed to talk about. If people hide problems, improvement is impossible. And you can see that even in some systems, including regime systems. If people are allowed to talk, things will improve. ISO 9001 Clause 10 improvement requires organizational culture that supports learning and improvement. People must feel safe to report problems for improvement systems to work effectively. Improvement culture is demonstrated through specific signals that shows people trust the system, feel respected for identifying problems, discuss issues calmly, and celebrate improvement efforts. Without this culture, problems remain hidden and improvement becomes impossible. By creating culture signals that encourage problem identifications and learning, we support all aspects of Clause 10 improvement through engaged workforce participation. First signal is open reporting. That means there is a trust in the system. The impact on our objectives include early identification of issues affecting all objectives. The second signal, ideas tracking, means there is a respect for employees' contribution. The impact it has on our objectives include employees-driven improvement accelerating objective achievements. The third signal, problem discussed calmly. That means there is a maturity in problem solving. The impact this approach has on our objectives include effective root cause analysis supporting customer complaints reduction. The other signal we have is improvement to be celebrated. This means engagement with improvement. The impact it has on our objective is includes sustained improvement momentum for all objectives. This means here we celebrate who suggests and we celebrate the success. The last signal includes no blame language. This means we have a learning culture. In our example, system focused improvement rather than people focused blame. This improvement culture creates the foundation for achieving all six quality objectives through engaged, learning focused workforce participation in continuous improvement. Topic 9, linking improvement to management review. Improvement must be led by a leader. Improvement without leadership dies quietly. ISO 9001 Clause 10 improvement requires management leadership in improvement initiatives. Management review provides the leadership forum for improvement prioritization, resources allocation, and accountability. Leadership drives improvement through management reviews by reviewing trends, allocating resources, improving, removing barriers, and recognizing efforts. Without leadership engagement, improvement initiatives lose momentum and effectiveness. By integrating improvement leadership into engagement review processes, we ensure Clause 10 improvement has the organizational support needed for success. Let's look at the improvement. First, leadership action is reviewing the trends. The impact it has, it will drive the improvement, to focus on improvement efforts. The objective achievement example, prioritizing temperature excursion elimination based on data showing highest risk. Second, leadership action is to allocate the resources. The impact of such, it will enable improvement capability. The Objective achievement with such allocation resources include budget of 50,000 USD for automated monitoring system to achieve zero excursion. The third leadership action include removal of barriers. Such action will accelerate the improvement speed, and the objective we can achieve with such action is to authorize cross-site team to eliminate traceability performance gap and to achieve 100% success. Finally, the leadership action of recognizing the efforts, the impact it has, it will motivate continuous improvement. In our example, to celebrate team achievement and specifications conformance improvement from 94% to 98% accuracy. This management leadership approach ensures improvement initiatives have the organizational support needed to achieve all quality objectives through sustained improvement efforts. The 10th topic today is the Module 7 outputs. What you must have after completing this module. ISO 9001 Clause 10 improvement requires systematic improvement capabilities including nonconformity management, corrective actions, and continual improvement. The following outputs provide evidence of implementation and you can replicate in your own organization. Module 7 outputs demonstrates that your organizations can learn from problems, implement effective corrective actions, and drive continual improvement that makes the quality management system stronger over time. The first output will be nonconformity process. Description include clear identification, containment, and management system. The objective achievement include enables rapid response to issues affecting all of your quality objectives. The second output should be root cause methods. Description of root cause method is practical system focused investigation approach. Objective to achieve with root cause focus is to identify controllable causes for customer complaints reduction in our case. Thirdly, the third output is corrective action system, which means effective process change and verification procedures. The objective to achieve with corrective action change include temperature records achieving temperature excursion 0%, to prevent recurrence and achieving temperature excursion of eliminating to zero. The fourth output is improvement log. Improvement logs means there is a track and prioritize improvement initiatives. In our case, it means systematic progress toward all objectives through demonstrated improvement, documented improvement. The final output is learning culture, which means there is a visibility culture signals supporting problem identification and improvement. In our case, it means employees' engagement driving achievement of all the quality objectives. This deliverable provides the improvement capability needed to achieve all quality objectives and ensure the quality management system gets stronger over time. How Module 7 uses Module 6 performance data. Let's take a look. Quality management system, ISO 9001 Clause 9 performance evaluation provides the measurement data that Clause 10 improvement today transform into corrective actions and continual improvement. Module 6, which is Clause 9, measured performance. Module 7 today, which is Clause 10, improves performance. First, from Module 6 performance data, we do have KPI dashboard trend. From Module 7, improvement actions today, we have problem identifications and prioritization. The daily implementation for this data include dashboard alerts triggering immediate action containment and root cause analysis. From Module 6, performance data, we do have customer satisfaction data. From Module 7 today, improvement actions, we do have complaints analysis and corrective actions. The implementation will include customer complaints become systematic improvement opportunities. From Module 6, we do have internal audit findings as data. From today's module, improvement actions, we do have system improvement implementation. The daily implementation include audit findings to drive process improvement rather than just corrections. From Module 6, we do have management review decisions. From today's module, we do have improvement prioritization and resources allocations. And in implementation, it means management decisions enable systematic improvement toward objectives. Integration. Improvement uses performance measurements data to drive corrective actions and continual improvement. And without Module 6 data, improvement would be random rather than systematic. This integration demonstrates how Clause 9, previous module performance evaluation, and Clause 10, improvement, today's module, work together. Measurement provides visibility, and improvement transforms that visibility into system strengthening. Module 7 implementation output. We should have the following outputs. What you should have after we complete this module, this output represent tangible evidence of Clause 9 of ISO 9001 Clause 10 improvement implementation. More importantly, these outputs are the improvement systems that achieve the quality objectives we have established from previous modules. The first output is nonconformity management, which means that it must be a comprehensive system for identifying nonconformities from all sources, including operations, customer feedbacks, audits, and regulators, with immediate containment procedures and clear escalation. The example for nonconformity management system include nonconformity register, capturing temperature excursion in our case, customer complaints, audit findings, with 24 hours containment response and root cause analysis initiation. Objectives achieved with nonconformity management system include identification and containment supporting all objectives through rapid response. The second output that you must have or you should have once you complete this module is root cause analysis processes. And it must be a systematic investigation process focused on system causes rather than human blame, using structured questioning to identify controllable root causes. Example for root cause analysis process include root cause analysis showing customer complaints caused by unclear process design, not operator's error, leading to process redesign. Objective achieved with root cause analysis process include customer complaints reduction from 2.3% to under 1.5% of shipment, specifications conformance from 94% to 98% accuracy through system focus improvement. The third output must be corrective action system, and that should be process change focused corrective action system with effectiveness verification, which should be designed to prevent recurrence through system modifications rather than people-based solutions. Example for corrective action system include automated temperature monitoring system replacing manual logging to achieve temperature excursion elimination objectives. The objective achieved with corrective action system include temperature excursion elimination objective from 12 incident from last year to 0 this year, traceability performance improvement by eliminating 8 gaps and ensuring 100% success of traceability through system redesign. Third output is continual improvement program, and it must be a systematic improvement cycle using data from Mutual 6 measurement systems, employee suggestions, and management priorities to drive ongoing enhancement. Examples for continuous improvement include quarterly improvement projects targeting cause of poor quality reduction through waste elimination and process optimization. Objective achieved with continual improvement include cause of poor quality reduction, export documentation accuracy improvement through systematic improvement. The fifth and the final output you should have once you complete this module is learning culture implementation. And it must be cultural transformation where problems are treated as learning opportunities, open reporting is encouraged, and improvement efforts are celebrated and sustained. Examples for learning culture improvement include monthly improvement awards recognizing employees who identify problems and suggest solutions, creating engagement and proactive problems identification. Objective achieved with learning culture implementation include accelerated progress toward all six objectives through employees engagement and proactive implementation. These five implementation outputs provide auditable evidence of Clause 10 improvement compliance while while serving as the improvement engine that achieve all six quality objectives through systematic learning and system strengthening. The strengthening your system through ABCDE or through the following priorities. A. Nonconformity identifications and containment procedures. 2. Implementing root cause analysis training and system focused investigation method. B. Implement corrective action process, emphasizing system change over people solutions. D. Implement continual improvement cycle using performance data from Module 6. And E. Learning Implement learning culture development, supporting problem identifications and improvement. The key success factor to measure the implementation. First, focus on system causes that should cover root cause analysis to identify system design issues, not blame people for problems. Secondly, change processes, not people, which means the strong corrective actions modify system and processes to prevent recurring through design. Fourthly, verify effectiveness. All corrective actions must be verified through data to confirm the actual prevent recurrence. Fourthly, build learning culture by creating an environment where people feel safe to identify problems and contribute to improvement. Common pitfalls to avoid when we are implementing the improvement. First, what don't work? Blaming people instead of fixing the problems doesn't work. Quick fix and temporarily solutions don't work. Skipping effectiveness verifications don't work. Hiding problems to avoid looking bad don't work. Retaining as only corrective action doesn't work. And ignoring improvement opportunities from data doesn't work. What actually does work? System focused root cause analysis does work. process change that prevent recurrence. That's work. Systematic effectiveness verification. That's work. Open culture that celebrates problem identification. Works. Design-based corrective actions. That's work. And data-driven continual improvement. That's work. Your action plan for implementation the improvement. First, start by establishing nonconformity management. That means creating system to identify, to contain, and to manage requirement failure from all sources. Then move to implement root cause analysis by training team in system focus investigation that identify controllable causes. Then design the corrective actions by implementing process change that prevent recurrence through system modification. And then drive the continual improvement by using performance data and improve opportunities to achieve quality objectives. Finally, build learning culture by creating environment where problems become learning opportunities and system strengths. Preparing for Module 8 certification readiness. Module 7 showed us how to transform problems into system strengths. Module 8 will show us how to prepare for certifications and integrate all methods into a complete quality management system. More specifically, Module 7 established the improvement system needed to achieve the six quality objectives from Module 2 that we have set, and Module 8 will prepare for certification and demonstrate completeness of ISO 9001 implementation. ISO 9001 Clause 10 improvement provided the improvement capability. Module 8 will demonstrate certification readiness and complete system integration. What Module 7 accomplished so far? Improvement foundation for six objectives that include non-conformity management operation is operational now by capturing uh, customer complaints with our target of reduction and all requirements failures. Secondly, we have accomplished root cause analysis and we have implemented that by identifying system causes affecting its specifications conformance. Thirdly, corrective action system have been activated, which prevents temperature excursion through process change. Then continual improvement process have been established, which drives progress toward all objectives through systematic improvement. Finally, learning culture have been implemented, which engages employees in achieving traceability performance by eliminating all gaps. What Module 8 will provide? Module 7 improve the performance, and Module 8 will demonstrate certification readiness through the following. First, gap analysis and readiness. It will cover complete ISO 9001 compliance verification, certification audit program, documentation completeness review, and that will confirm achievement of all objectives and certification readiness. Then also we'll cover system integration, which will consist cross-model integration verification, two-side coordination confirmation, and process connection interconnection validation, which will demonstrate complete quality management system operating as integrated system. Then we will cover extension to other standards as planned, which include ISO 22000 or FSSC 22000 readiness, ISO 14001 foundation, and ISO 45001 preparation, which will leverage quality management system foundation for multi-standard certification. The connection, Module 7, improvement, which means systematic enhancement toward objectives, and Module 8, certification, which will demonstrate completeness of ISO 9001 compliance. Improvement without certification verification is incomplete, so Module 8 will provide the validation that confirms achievement of all of our quality objectives have been completed and complete ISO type 9001 implementation. This progression from class 10 improvement to complete the system integrations ensures your improvement efforts are validated through certification and extended to additional standards. Module 8 will demonstrate achievement of all of our quality objectives, including customer complaints in our case study, by reducing the complaint, specifications conformance, cost of poor quality reduction, temperature excursion elimination, traceability performance improvement, and export documentation accuracy enhancement. Improvement makes the system stronger over time. When improvement works, problems shrink, confidence grows, and audit become a calm conversation. Problems are not failure. Repetition of the problems is the failure. So every problems become a learning opportunity that strengthens the system permanently. The quality management system gets smarter every time a problem happens because systematic improvement prevents recurrence and builds capability. Our achievements so far with Module 7 include Nonconformity management system capturing all requirement failures, system focused not cause analysis identifying controllable causes, and process change corrective actions preventing recurrence through system design, and also continual improvement culture driving systematic progress toward all objectives. Module 7 system is strengthened in your Module 8 journey. Module 7 has established improvement systems that transform measurement data from Module 6 into systematic corrective actions and continual improvement. You now have the capability to achieve all quality objectives. From measurement to improvement, performance has been enhanced. With the improvement system implemented in this module, our quality management system now can learn from problems and get stronger over time through systematic corrective actions. What's next? Certification readiness with Module 8. So as we move to the next module, we will show you how to prepare for certification and demonstrate complete ISO 9001 implementation across all classes and both operational sites. Let's summarize our module, your implementation checklist. Use this checklist to verify that you have implemented the key requirements of ISO 9001 Clause 10 improvement. Each area directly supports achieving the quality objectives we have established in our case study, and you can translate that to your organization. First, check the implementation of nonconformity management, and that must cover comprehensive identification system for all requirement failure, immediate containment procedures protecting customers, clear escalation and investigation processes, integration system with measurement system from Module 6. The objective here with nonconformity management is a rapid response system supporting the customer complaints objectives and temperature excursion elimination and specification conformance enhancement and export documentation accuracy enhancement. The second to check is root cause analysis, which must cover system focused investigation methods, structured questioning to identify controllable causes, cross-site analysis for two-site operations, and evidence-based rather than opinion-based analysis. The objectives to achieve with root cause analysis include identified system improvement for all objectives through focus on controllable root causes. Then we do have corrective actions to be checked, and it must include process change, corrective actions preventing recurrence, systematic corrective action verification procedures, integration with management review for resources support, focus on system design rather than people solutions. The objective to achieve with corrective actions includes system changes achieving temperature excursion, for example, traceability performance, because of poor quality. The final output to check is continual improvement, and that should cover systematic improvement cycle using performance data. It should cover employees' engagement in improvement identifications. It should cover learning culture, supporting problems identifications, and continual improvement should cover management leadership in implementation prioritization. The objectives to achieve with continual improvement include to drive systematic progress toward all quality objectives through ongoing enhancement and learning culture. By completing these four areas, you have implemented Clause 10 improvement requirements, and you have established the improvement capability for learning for achieving all quality objectives. Your system can now learn from problems and get stronger over time. We have emphasized this point, and you must note it. Always keep that as an objective to learn from the problems and get stronger over time. We are ready for Module 8, apparently. So if you can check all the boxes, that means we are ready for Module 8. Complete journey, where we are now. Let's recap from Module 1. Module 1, Class 4, understanding the context of the organization. There we have established the foundation and we have covered context analysis completed, process have been mapped, scope have been defined, and performance baseline of course of poor quality have been identified. Then we move to Module 8.2, which is Class 5, Leadership and Quality Culture. Accountability has been established there, and we have covered leadership structure have been defined, quality policy have been created, and 6 quality objectives have been set, and interface ownership have been assigned. Then we move to Module 3, which is Cloud 6, Planning the Quality Management System. The risk management there have been established, and we have covered risk-based thinking framework, risk register have been created, control have been designed, and change management procedures. Then we move to Module 4, which is Cloud 7, Support Processes. The interface, the infrastructure have been established there, and we have covered resources and maintenance systems, competence and training program, communication channels, and document control system. Then we move to Module 5, which is Class 8 Operational Control, and we have controlled the operations there, where we covered process mapping and controls, supplier management program, traceability systems, and non-conformity products control, not conforming products control. Then we progress to Module 6, which is Class 9 Performance Evaluation. And we have measured the performance there, where we covered KPI dashboard and non-conformity system, customer satisfaction measurement, learning focus, internal audits, and decision-driven management review. Then today in Module 7, Class 10 improvement, the system have been strengthened through non-conformity management and containment, system-focused root cause analysis, process change corrective actions, and learning culture and continual improvement. Our module ahead, we do have the final module, which is Module 8, Certification Readiness. We will cover gap analysis, audit preparation, system integration, and multi-standard preparation. The progress so far is 87.5, complete 7 out of 8, and you have systematically improved the system. Now you will demonstrate certification readiness. The improvement systems are operational. Module 1 to 7 have established all the quality ISO 9001 quality management system implementation, and we are ready for certification. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for making this world a better place through providing a quality work. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay updated with new modules. Thank you for your commitment. Again, this is brought to you by QHSC 360, and I am your host, Walball. And see you in the next module. Sorry, there is an error there. I don't know what was that. There is some link there, but thank you and see you in the next module, and we will implement the certification together. Bye.